20 years ago, phones looked like this, cars looked like this, and I looked like this. Still making videos then, but I started working on some note-taking software. And why? Well, to answer that, does anyone else write notes in text files? I do, because they're simple, reliable. I have notes going back decades. I love it that they're still accessible, the format still works, and they're not stored or lost in someone else's database. I had trusty Notepad, but it wasn't enough. I wanted the simplicity of Notepad text files, but with ways of visualizing the notes as to-do lists, Gantt charts, diagrams. I wanted to be able to add context to the notes, the project they're related to, who was working on them, what progress were they making. Because that software wasn't available, that's what I've been working on. This is it. This software stores and edits notes in text files. So here I have a text file. I can write some notes in here. My notes tend to be quite action oriented. So what I've created here are a few simple actions for me that I've written in my text file as I write most of my notes. I'd probably put some more detail in under the security patches. Perhaps I'll put in some sort of bullet list of things I've got to do. And some of those are starting to feel a little bit like a to-do list, so I can use Markdown here to actually augment these and get them, get them set up as to-do items. Now, if I'm going to do that, maybe I want to look at a document view to see what the Markdown is actually going to look like, and I can do that side by side over here. So this is the Markdown so far. A couple of hashes to turn these things into headings. Live, create our team page, and for that I need to remember to create basic page template. Actually, I've done that already, so let's take that off. And I can edit this side by side. So as my document view is building up here, I'm actually editing it just as text. Everything is just simple text. Also, this is starting to look a little bit like a project. So at the top here, I'll say this is an example project. And all of that's available in document view, but because there's flexibility here, I don't have to visualize these notes just as a document. These notes might look more intuitive as an Agile board. So if I change the view type over here, I can look at it as a Kanban view. Now initially it's put a Kanban view where everything is in a single item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this context by double clicking. So now I'm inside the example project context and I'm looking at the hierarchical items within that. They're currently untagged, so let's get those all moved into the backlog. And as I move them into the backlog, these little tags appear here in the text. These tags are invisible, so when I render this page as a document, this is all connected with Git and it works on GitHub, so you can view the Markdown on GitHub. I go back, say, to the document view. Those tags are all invisible because they are just empty links, all legitimate Markdown, all just as empty links, and so they don't show up there. Change view type, Kanban view, and in the Kanban view that means that it shows as a Kanban board, and I can then use this metadata to decide what's going on. So currently, create marketing presentation is set as status backlog. I might say, well, actually I'm already doing that, so I just edit that to doing, and it pops over here to the doing column. Similarly, I might say that the security patches, maybe that one is also doing, and so I can edit that there. But rather than just edit it in that way, I can of course drag these things backwards and forwards, and that allows me to not only change the tag, so if I say that create marketing presentation is done, then create marketing presentation, the tag has been updated here. These tags get hidden away in these little blue icons. You can click on them to expand them. Everything is just simple text, but at the same time I'm building up a set of metadata attached to these items that doesn't need to maybe be visible all the time, and just moves around with the item. I can take things out, I can move things around. This document is just a document, but as I take them out and put them back, they go back into the same place because the metadata is attached as text to that item. So try it out, see what you think. Please tell me in the comments. And this is, I should emphasize, this is only an alpha. It's the first release. It's been taken a long time, but this first release is missing some key features. It doesn't have open, it doesn't have save. They will be coming in a beta release that will be coming soon. I will be getting those beta releases out very shortly, those alpha releases, and then eventually a full beta very shortly, and it won't take another 20 years. Thanks very much for watching.